Hey there, it's Michael Greenwood. So in this video, I'm going to be comparing two small tripods. These are Manfrottos. This little guy is the Manfrotto Pixi Mini, and this bigger one, but it's still not a big full-size tripod, is the Manfrotto Pixi Evo. So I'm going to be comparing these two and letting you know at the end of the video what I think you should go with, if either or possibly both of them. Right, so to start, let's talk about this little guy. It's nice and light. So this is one of the pros. It's small, you know, it's a nice slim form factor. It collapses, into this size basically. So you can stick this in your camera bag and you're absolutely fine with that. Um, so it's well made as well, very well made. And you'll stick this on your desktop and you put your camera on top and then you'll be able to film yourself. You can also take it hiking and, put it on the ground and film yourself that way. So you've got some maneuverability and positioning with your camera. So you press down this button and then you're moving it like that. Now, that leads me on to a disadvantage. So you've only got this position basically for the tripod, for the actual tripod legs, and you can only go to about 45 degrees. So you can't film vertically unless you've got a cage on your camera and you mount vertically, or you maybe use another head or something like that. But then you're making it kind of top heavy. And because the legs only go to like this 45-degree kind of angle, it might be less than 45 degrees actually. I've not measured it, but it doesn't go down flat, so that's kind of a disadvantage. I'd love it to go, to lay flat, and I'll have some more positions. So price point, this is about £25. Um, that leads me on to this guy, right? So a lot more versatile. The way that this works is that the legs come out to this position, and then you can actually extend them out as well, like that. So you've got even more, you know, center of gravity, and then you can also move this switch here. So you've got a switch, and you can do even more with it. So you can basically lay it flat if you do that. So that's a pretty sturdy tripod that you've got right there. So it's pretty cool. Now, if you bring the legs back up like this, and you don't want it, to be kind of so extreme in terms of, where it's sitting, then you can just have it like that, like that original position that I showed you. Um, Now, that in itself makes it a lot more versatile. So if you've got like a bigger lens, a lot of glass on the lens, so it's quite a wide aperture, then that's going to be a lot better for you. So that's one of the advantages. Second advantage, and I'm going to bring in the little guy again just to kind of compare, is that when you're swiveling this onto your camera, you actually could use this kind of mechanism, this dial kind of thing to get it more quickly threaded onto your bottom of your camera to mount it. Now with this guy, bit of a disadvantage. It doesn't move or anything like that. You don't have that same mechanism, so you basically end up twiddling the tripod round, or the camera. Probably say, I'd recommend doing the tripod round. With this guy, obviously, you don't need to do that, so that's a big advantage. Right, next up, the way that you adjust the the tripod. So with this one, you've got this button which you press in, which is good. It's nice and sturdy, but it doesn't feel quite as good. It feels, it feels kind of reassuringly stiff, and like it's not going to break. But this is just a lot better. So this is a lot more ergonomic to use. It's a lot nicer to use. Um, so you twist it, um, to release it, and twist it back to to tighten it up. Now that leads me on to another advantage of this guy. So if you put it down like that, you've got vertical, like that. So you've got vertical shooting then, which is great, and it's just through that kind of one slot there, but that's all you need. So you basically not you're restricted to just your 45 degrees. You've got your full vertical then, which is fantastic. So this comes in at £40. So which one would I recommend? I mean, it depends. It depends. This is about £25. This is about £40. So there's a £15 difference. So it depends on your budget. But if you've got the money, I would go straight for this one. I think that's brilliant. It's a lot more versatile. I've got to say, I use this a lot more than this one. In fact, I ended up buying a second one of these, because they're so good. I think it came as a package as well. So yeah, this is really nice, and this is actually, this is one of my favorite little tripods. So I've got a couple of these. They're pretty cool. Come in different colors as well. Um, so great tripods. Now this, I don't actually use it as much for a few reasons because of, it only goes to kind of that position. Because it's more difficult, I suppose, to thread onto your camera. I mean, that's debatable about whether that's difficult or not. It is just a lot easier, a lot kind of more pleasurable, I suppose, to just go like that and thread that on, which I think is a pretty cool design. And if you're using an heavy lens as well, this you might possibly feel a little bit, that your camera might possibly topple over, possibly, if you just use, like I said, using a big lens on that. So it's up to you which you want to go for, but you might want to skip this if you've got the money. Or you might want to get one of these if you want something a bit smaller as well, to stick in your camera bag a bit smaller, and you're shaving a bit of weight off that as well. So it's up to you. But I personally would go for the Evo over this one, and I think it's worth the extra £15. It's almost like it is a completely different tripod, really, when you think about it. So yeah. So that's my opinion on and some of the pros and cons of those two tripods, the Manfrotto Pixi Mini and the Manfrotto Pixi Evo. If you want to do some more videos like this, drop a comment in with any gear you want me to review. I'll see if I've got it. So, and if you want, to subscribe to my channel, share, and anything like that, it's always welcome. So I'll see you next time, and take care.